Yes, attaining spiritual attainment is not that hard, but giving up all these things is really very hard. Then Jesus said that if you want to really follow me, comfortably give up everything. And when you give up everything, what will you get? Suffering. Carry the cross. The cross is a symbol of suffering. Take the cross, accept the suffering, give up all the pleasures. What a wonderful teaching. Don't worry about Bhagavad Gita and this and that. Just this one phrase in the Bible is enough. If you want spiritual experience, carry the cross, give up all the pleasures. இன்பம் விளையான் இடுக்கண் இயல்பென்பான் துன்பம் உறுதல் இலன் திருவள்ளுவர். What a wonderful saying. Because when you have the spiritual attainment, you have nothing but bliss in life. Continuous, unlimited joy. When will you have it? Don't look for the pleasures of the world. Inbam vilayan. And if the pain comes, accept it as a natural thing. Idukkan yelvenban. I am not looking for pleasure, and if pain comes, I will accept it as the part of the nature. See, you don't want pleasure, you accept pain. Can anybody make you unhappy then? Nobody. When you look for pleasure and if you don't get, you are unhappy. If pain comes and if you don't want it, you are unhappy. Right? Both can make you unhappy. So if you really want to be happy, give up pleasure, accept pain. Then that happiness is what you call spiritual attainment. Explain what is the spirit. Anything that is totally refined is spirit. You better go to the refinery and see. Well-refined crude oil is spirit. The ultimate, final, fine product of the crude oil, after all the refinement, is spirit. So the spirit is your own pure self. That is the real you. All other yous are useless. Find the real you. All the rest is nothing but shadow. Don't run after the shadows. You are that image. God, Supreme Spirit, you are part of that Spirit. The image. You are made in the image of the same Spirit. Well, when you are in the society, use your common sense. See, when you are in a society, absolute truth may not function right away. Keep that as an ultimate thing. Combine common sense with your spiritual knowledge. First thing is common sense. When you are in the world, when you are in Rome, behave like Romans. உலகத்தோடொட்ட ஒழுகல் கல்லார் பலகற்றும் அறிவிலார். Thiruvalluvar says, you might have read everything, but if you do not know how to adapt, adjust, accommodate with the world, you are a fool. I'm just translating it. Just by learning books will not make you an enlightened person, a better person. Use your common sense. Learn to adapt. There is a simple country proverb. If you are in a village of naked people, don't even wear a piece of loin cloth. கோவணம் கட்டாத ஊர்ல கட்டணம் பைத்தியக்காரன். If everybody is naked and if you go even with one fig leaf, you are in trouble. Look what happened to Adam. One fig leaf created all the problem to him. Terrific problems. That means use your common sense. Yes, the governor says one, congressman says another. We are surrounded by evil things. Both are terrible. What would you do? Either don't cast your vote, don't elect anybody, leave it to God, or choose the better evil than the worst evil. We still have to be in the world. Pray for them. One of my lessons seemed to be dealing with illusions and expectations, even in a spiritual environment. How can I tell the truth from illusion? Even when in my heart an illusion often feels like the truth. Yes, in fact, illusion will present itself even better than truth. The Maya has more powerful. We have to really analyze it. We have to find out the pros and cons. Not immediate result. What will happen afterwards? Will it hurt me or hurt anybody else? I've said that many times, quoting Tirukkural. புரைதீர்ந்த நன்மை பயக்குமெனின், it says. பொய்மையும் வாய்மை எடுத்த. You can even, the action alone is not important. The effect and the reason. Even one can tell a lie, and one should tell a lie if it is going to save oneself and others and not hurting anybody. But if your own absolute pure honesty is going to hurt you or hurt somebody, that's not honesty. That's wrong. That means your intention and the outcome has to be analyzed behind every action. Action by itself cannot be and need not be counted. Telling lie, shouting at somebody, using your anger, even killing something or somebody, all that could be done if your intention is clean and the outcome is clean and if nobody is getting hurt. How can you kill somebody without hurting anybody? That's an important question, is it not? Somebody you are killing is hurting many. Right, a crazy man on the road with a machine gun. You have to kill him. But you don't have to kill him right away. Try to stop him. If you cannot, kill him. And there a little better philosophy comes in. You are not killing him, you are simply taking his body away. Because he is misusing his body for a wrong purpose. You are creating a handicap. Like a sort of a gangrene in the arm is going to affect the entire body. What would you do? Chop that hand off. Amputate that. If the person is going to pollute the entire person, entire community, you amputate the body. It sounds a little funny, is it not? Amputating a part is what you call amputation. I say you can amputate the entire body because the person is still there, immortal. You are simply taking the body away because that body is no good. He is using the body for wrong purpose, like taking the gun away. And that should be done. The entire Bhagavad Gita is based on that. Dushta nigraha sishta paripalanam. To protect the innocent and to punish the wicked. Punishing means to make them not to commit that atrocity. The only way to stop them from committing the atrocity is either take their gun or take their hand or take their body. We have said that the eternal truth is that which is not subject to change. But that's not the nature of the universe, which is changing. Does this mean God is not the universe and that stagnation, non-change is the truth? This does not seem right. Yeah, it doesn't seem right. Because you are misinterpreting it. The universe is changing, but the truth is not changing. The essence is the same always. Its forms change. What you call change in the universe is not change in the truth. The truth is essential element. And the elements, even the elements are the outcome of one element. The basic element. The energy according to the modern science. It is that basic energy creates all the elements. Earth, water, fire, air and so on. Ether, everything. The Hindu scriptures call it the Pancha Bhutam, 5 elements. And they are all essentially the same, evolved from that. That means by their congregation, they create a form and they create a name. Like essentially there is water in the sea. Do you see anything else in the sea? Water, is it not? That's what, when you go to the sea, you see the sea. It's only water. But what do you say? Oh, look at that wave, look at that iceberg, look at that spray, look at that bubble. You call them differently, but essentially there is only one truth, the water. So the change of forms and names is what you call change. And that is the untrue part. So the truth never changes. The untrue part, the forms and names changes. You were a baby, then a young boy, then a grown-up person, an adult, an old man, and you are dead. But you never changed. Your body kept on changing, and you got different labels. So that is what you see, the changeless one in the changing forms and names. Nama Rupa Prapancham they call it. Nama Rupa, name and form. The entire universe is nothing but name and form. All that you call as the universe under various names with various forms are only names and forms difference. Behind the name and form, the essence is the same. Modern science proves it. They first said all atoms, not atoms, but atoms. Then they split the atoms into so many things, electron, neutron, proton, and on and on and on and on. And then they still went deep into that, and ultimately they sound, light, sound, and even behind the light and sound, nothing but just vibrations. They have at least come to that. Energy. The scriptures call it Shakti, power, or vitality, or prana. That is the truth, the eternal truth. So the truth never changes, but the truth's form changes, and as the form changes, the name changes. What is prayer? Is silence also prayer? Is just thinking kindly of others and loving them sufficient? Or should we also formally pray for them? Is giving and serving also expressing gratitude to God? Or is it better to also formally give thanks and worship? Sure, silence is prayer also. Thinking kindly of others and loving them is good, but may not be sufficient. If you can do something more, do it. If you simply say, I love you, it's good. Then better than hate you. But if you really love you, certainly you will share everything that you have with the other person. Not only sharing, in fact, when you love somebody, you give everything to that person first. You don't even keep anything for you, no 50-50. You give all to the lover. No reservations. I'm all for you. My everything is for you. So the loving goes with giving. It's not giving, it's just offering yourself completely. So even in prayer, if you can offer something, if there's something to offer, offer it. Don't stop with saying. But if you don't have anything, think of it. Say a prayer. Like Subramanya Bharati once said, for a good cause, those who have a lot of money, Nidhi Miguttavar, Potkuvaidarir. If you have a lot of money, just push a bundle this side. A heap, you call it. Not a bundle. Potkuvai, the golden heap. You have a lot of money, one heap of gold, push it this side. For a good cause. Nidhi Kurendavar, Kasugal Tari. If you don't have heaps of gold, send some pennies. Aduvum Matravar, Vaichallarulir. If you don't have even pennies, at least say a nice word. Saying, crazy man, I don't know what he is doing, is all nonsense. Instead of criticizing and condemning, say some nice word. And if you are even silent or if you cannot even talk, think of them. So it all depends upon what are your capabilities. And don't keep anything reserved. Always offer. So, the best prayer is not always asking something. The best prayer is knowing that nothing belongs to you. And make sure that God knows that all that you seem to be having are not yours and you are using for everybody. That's the best prayer.